Good morning from the California Zephyr.
We're about to pull into Helper, Utah, which is the least used Amtrak station in the entire state of Utah.
They said we would be stopped for 3 hours due to debris on the tracks.
And there's like a shed that blew over because of a storm last night. There were trees down. There was also, quote, a fire up the canyon.
And yet we're moving.
Not really sure if this counts as a canyon also, although I'm not really an expert in landforms. Got some trainception in Utah. Miles says that Utah might be his favorite state we've been in so far.
In terms of scenery, like I think Utah is the most scenic state from the states I've been to.
Of like all the states you've been to?
Yeah. I don't know if that's a hot take or what.
Alright, so according to Miles' Google Maps, sometime on the left soon, we're going to be passing something called the Castle Gate. Is this the Castle Gate?
I don't know, but you can't swim in the culinary water part of the side.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't want
maybe
it.
it's that? You see that little structure in there?
I see a Castle Gate.
That's pretty cool. That actually might not be it.
That might not be the Castle Gate? Did we not pass it?
Looks like it's still a little bit further.
Is this the Castle Gate?
According to the map, I think this is the closest thing we have to the Castle Gate.
No.
Or maybe this is a big rock formation.
Yeah, it could be the rock
have to be
formation. I think it might be that. It might be that rock formation up there.
We are getting close to approaching our next station stop of Helper, Utah. If Helper, Utah is your final destination with us, now would be a good time to start gathering your belongings, check the seats that you were sitting in, make sure you're not forgetting anything.
That was Miles gathering his
And
belongings.
No one else down here.
Not seeing any other offs.
Have a good one, guys.
Thank
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a locked one down.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh wow, no one else.
Alright. No other ons or offs.
Oh, that's great. I love when that happens. It's Jackson's friend Sam.
Welcome to the Miles in Transit cinematic universe.
These benches are non-hostile.
Oh yeah, this is one to sleep on the truck. Yeah.
If your train is 3.5 hours late like ours was. This is definitely basic, but there are bathrooms.
Yeah, I know. So I guess you got.
So this is one of those stations that's open all the time, it seems like. There's no real staff or anything. I don't know who the authorized personnel are who would actually access. Look at this, there's a whole network of hallways in here.
Oh, really? It's one of those things where you need like.
Damn. Okay.
1887 to 1888 is when the rail first started coming through.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is this carbon copy?
This is carbon
That must have been what they were mining.
There's a urinal and a toilet in the men's room, and the sink. This wastebasket is here, and a bigger wastebasket. Fire extinguisher. I am so curious about this switch on the wall.
Alright. Let's see what it does.
Yeah.
Turns on the light.
This station is equipped with fluorescent lights.
Oh! Also, there's an old ticket office here. Yeah, conserve energy. Helper, Utah, proudly generating safety throughout the West.
That's because there used to be safety lines here.
What phase of Amtrak is that font? I've never seen that before. The Union Pacific livery would be so great if they actually cleaned their trains, but because it's yellow and they go freight, noisy, dirty, they just get so disgusting, and that's honestly kind of charming.
Yellow livery is beautiful in theory, but in practice, it doesn't really work out.
This platform's pretty bad, because this is all inaccessible. I think this is the only part of it that can be considered the platform. Just as an update, according to Google Maps, they've extended the accessible part of the platform by a lot, which is great. And thank you, Nathan Strain, for taking this photo and putting it on Google. And then an accessible ramp that leads to some accessible parking spaces. There are 2 parking spaces here. I guess the rest of the gravel lot is fair game too, but yeah, it's very basic.
It's balanced rock.
It is a rock that's balancing.
Right, it's like balancing up there.
There's a cute restaurant in town also called that, and there's other sites and things named after Balance Rock here.
Alright, that's really
it's
good to
cool.
know. Yeah, right. So you'll notice on the rail, it literally says head towards Green River.
Or Provo on the other direction.
Whatever shorthand works, I guess.
This is the exit door. It's... Alright, wait, let's let go, because it's really aggressive. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh! And then some stairs. So the building is only accessible from that side.
Alright, what's down here?
Good question.
Secret. Oh, is it all locked?
Yeah, it's all right there. This has been my investigative journalism. All right, we ready to go?
Well, hang on. Look, you can lock the station if you want.
No.
Wait, can you? Hang on.
Yeah, probably can.
Yeah, right.
Just don't trap us.
That's.
We the consumers.
All right, you know what? I won't try. Union Pacific Railroad helper yard. Isn't even like Amtrak gets second billing here.
That's because Amtrak doesn't own the building.
I do love the Art Deco of this entrance. I guess this is more station parking. Helper Amtrak vibration monitoring. Do not disturb.
Well, this must be.
So this station is pretty close to Price, which is
About 7 miles south of here.
Helper has 2,000 people. Price has.
Oh gosh, it's like 10,000 maybe? 8,000.
8,000, okay.
Yeah.
But unlike New Bern-Dyersburg, where Dyersburg was in the station name, for Helper it's just Helper and then just tiny little parentheses Price. So unlike with New Bern-Dyersburg, it doesn't fall on Helper to serve Price. It's Price's fault for not having a station.
It's kind of like one of those things where like you get off here if you want to go to Price. I feel like.
Yeah. But it doesn't factor into the score. Sam, what's the ridership at Helper, Utah?
Helper, Utah, 2,501 people in 2019. That's about 7 a day.
Good.
That means our trip was statistically odd because we were the only 2 people to get off or on the train.
Right.
We happened to be getting off, in case it wasn't clear from the video that was already shot. Okay, you get the middle since you're alright. You get the middle. Sam's on that side. Alright. So we have decided to rate this station. Well, our individual scores are 3, 2, 1, 6 out of 10.
I said 7 out of 10.
7, 6, 5.
Alright.
My reasoning is that there is climate control. We're in a building physically, and it wasn't blocked. Most of my experience with Amtrak stations are either that there's no building at all, or that there is one but you can't go in it, which is somehow even more frustrating. So yeah, I'm just happy to be inside.
I think my big flaw is the platform, which is just like terrible. But it is accessible, and I think that counts for something. So that's what I said about this. 7.
I say even 5 is very no frills. Like it's clear, like unlike Rugby, North Dakota, which
Lincoln car.
the station building is clearly a historic building that would have a lot of love poured into it by the community. This is kind of just a very no frills. It's 4 walls. Maybe I was a little bit rushed, but
I guess that's that.
all right, cool.
We're going to Happiness Within Coffee Shop for, I guess, breakfast, brunch.
Yeah, their phone number is 472 Bean.
They're open 7 days a week.
Thinking about those beans. History.
It's actually pretty shocking for Utah that it's open 7 days a week, not gonna lie.
I love how the mountain is just like. Okay, now let's go in. This place is so cool. Look at the vibe in here. Look at these old paintings. Well, they're not old, but they're like of old things. There's a tic-tac-toe thing on this board. We got some cool pastries, drinks. I think we're not gonna get bored here, Jackson.
I don't think we're gonna get bored here.
So this is perfect timing. Jeff Marshall, inspiration for this series, Transit YouTube Extraordinaire, he released Green River Least Used Station in Utah. Jeff, Green River gets 2,634 riders in 2019. Helper, Utah got 2,501. I'm afraid this video is wrong, so sorry, Jeff.
Jeff, what are you doing?
I really love your content, man, but this is an unfortunate misstep.
Yeah, oh yeah,
But
unfortunately.
also, thank you for inspiring this series. You're an amazing content creator, and you should also subscribe to him if you haven't already.
Yeah! A good chunk of this town is like unchanged since 1945 or something. That's really cool.
Oh, this is an art gallery? Oh, it's got car themes. Oh, it's so cool.
Well, alright.
Yeah, let's go in. Oh, that's awesome. Borrow and Steal. Very, very cool place.
Yeah, we got a bunch of postcards that were based on art, which is really cool. It's my perfect like pop art aesthetic. Alina, this one's for you.
This building was apparently a J.C. Penney, built in 1927, and it's now an art gallery. The guy in there was named Tim. He gave us some history of the town. It's called Helper because this is where the Helper freight engines would take trains over the hill.
And so this is a very transit-oriented town name.
Right. And the town was kind of dead for a while, and then they decided to sell some of the buildings to artists.
There are several galleries on this trip that we just visited.
Right, probably we'll visit more.
There's a barber shop in a very nicely restored 1940s Art Deco movie theater marquee over there.
Oh,
This is the City Hall building, but they don't actually operate the city here anymore.
And where is it now?
Right there in the Zion Space building.
Oh, okay.
Helper City offices.
Oh, that's some nice neon though. I think they have Saturday shows at this stage here.
This is a delightful
And
downtown.
then there's that historic gazebo.
This was from a mining town called Standardville that was located a short distance from here. And when the mine stopped being profitable, the company that owned the mine, who owned all the town buildings too, just
Kicked everyone
the
out.
entire town up basically and moved all the buildings.
Into Helper.
And some of them ended up
Right.
here, and this is one of them.
Here's
All
the
right,
post office.
check it out.
Built in 1937.
Oh,
Wow.
the New Deal. Oh, here.
Fire and mines want to know, huh?
I'm part of the New Deal.
Right, this must be a WPA.
Oh, wow. Look at the mural.
Oh my gosh.
This is the Helper City Auditorium, now the library.
This is some excellent small town Art Deco. Dude, look at those rounded corners, and look down here at the retaining wall, which has these little Art Deco
wow.
In 1964, the city wanted a civic attraction.
So they decided
Wow.
to build one. Look at that.
Hey,
So it is kind of inspired by the mining heritage of the town.
he's pretty dang big. Here's the library. This is so cool. Old gym on the second floor of the library.
This was a community building after all.
So cool. Check out this old gas pump. And another old gas pump.
These would have been from the 1920s because gas pumps were originally designed so that you could see the amount of gas in there because they wanted to advertise that they actually had gas, the liquid. Like when gas and liquid was a novel concept.
Oh wow, is this the car museum here?
That's the motorcycles are in there.
We got a tour of the museum from Bobby DeVincent, who, along with his brother Gary and Gary's wife Mallory, are basically revitalizing this town by renovating a ton of old buildings. They have a collection of old cars and motorcycles that are on display here, and this museum's in the basement of a hotel. And Bobby took us down to the basement to show us all these different more signs and vintage car parts. And they have the hotel registries from the 50s, which was incredibly cool to see. As it turns out, you can actually rent Airbnbs in some of their old buildings. And if it wasn't clear already, this town is amazing. So if you ever think about coming here, check them out. God, that neon's awesome.
Oh, and they're a dark sky community. We love that.
Ooh.
Have you heard of that? There's
No.
An association of cities across the country that try to limit their light pollution, so you can see the night
Ooh,
sky.
oh, got some photography going on here. That's beautiful. The toggery.
Come back. Look up. Look at that ceiling.
Whoa.
It's a twin ceiling, exactly like what was in that art gallery over there.
Right.
Yeah, that's how they used to design things in the 20s and 30s.
Helper State Bank. Isn't there some stuff in here? More art. There's so much art here. Here's the old safe.
Like in the desk.
It's so mechanical. Look how
I know.
analog this
So many
is.
things. I want to know what the Hall of Outlaws is. Butch Cassidy. Did he hang out here?
Did he rob this place?
It looks like he did, like, get through here. I guess the bank was also a jail, huh?
The bank had a dungeon.
Place your butts here, please.
See, it's a pun. Get it?
Is it the ash?
Oh! Balanced Rock Eatery. Let's do
Let's
it.
do it. Yeah, let's eat some food.
This is like a this town ain't big enough for the two of us saloon, and I love it.
Yeah, this is the only like lunchtime place that's open in this town right now. And it's
They actually
full.
have like scone doors in the kitchen.
Yes!
That is what Utah calls a scone. In most places in the U.S., you'd probably call it fry bread. Fluffy on the inside, powdered sugar.
And it's really good. I don't like sweet things, and it's really good.
Another bit of Utah culture here. This is likely fry sauce. I haven't
Okay.
tested it yet, but every restaurant and most like Utah families that we know have a recipe for fry sauce.
Ooh.
It tends to be ketchup and mayonnaise, and some blend of spices that they won't tell you.
Go for it.
1 second. Let's see. Definitely fry sauce. Maybe some dill. If you go to a grocery store in basically any Utah town, there will be like the condiment aisle, and a wall section of it will be different fry sauces.
Wow.
Heinz even makes one here.
See the result of all of last night's rain.
Is this Brook babbling?
Yeah,
Miles?
this is a little more than babbling. We got a nuclear locomotive over here, seemingly.
I'm pretty sure this was the logo for like a nuclear shelter. Like if you saw
Right.
this- if the siren went off and you saw this sign. This is the place you get safety. It might have been fun.
Also, there's just a random fishbowl bus here. The Ancient and Honorable Order of E. Clampus Fetus, founded 4005 BC. I have no idea what this is. I guess we found the museum. This was the Helper Museum, and it was incredible. In an effort to keep the video short, I'll voice over what we saw, but they had this old film from 1939 that showed what the town looked like then.
yeah.
They had a ton of paraphernalia, from old brothels, because this used to be a big brothel town, to railroad paraphernalia, to just random, just such cool artifacts from the 20th century. I mean, we spent several hours in here. It is so worth your time if you come here, which, again, if it wasn't obvious, you should come here. I guess this kind of counts as jaywalking. This is the Riverside Motel where we're spending the night. I am intrigued. They're still cleaning up the room, so we're taking the river walk for a bit. It has a whole underpass. Look at this. Amogus. Amogus.
We didn't get to do like a big outdoorsy thing, but you are getting a little bit of a taste of Utah scenery.
This is pretty nice.
Oh, it is, 100%.
It's another thing on Google Maps. It's the Helper Labyrinth. Yay!
Good work.
It's time for the room reveal shot.
Oh wow, we got
Oh, we got a kitchen. Wow.
Jeez.
Oh, and it's actually 2 beds. Wow. And a bathroom. This is... Wow, I'm impressed, guys. This is great.
It's actually really nice.
How much was this? $56?
$56? Yeah, right.
We found the actual swing bridge on our walk back
We
toward
thought
downtown.
it was closed, but this is the real one.
Yeah, it's pretty shaky.
This is very cool.
Pretty bouncy.
This feels treacherous. Taylor Swift, 2012.
This is the historic Conoco station. Conoco?
Conoco?
How do you
I don't
pronounce
know
it?
how to say
Conoco? Well, it's an old gas station with some cool old cars because there's been a lot of old cars
We're
here.
transit oriented on this channel.
And yet this video is all cars. Look at that car. Wow.
And I can assure you, Miles, that the internet will correct you if we're wrong.
I'm pretty sure this is a Buick.
We're back at the same spot for dinner because everything in this town closes on
Where the
Tuesdays.
family portraits are the menu.
Gateway Lanes.
Alright, here we are at the bowling alley where they have food, fun, kind of like scribbled out. Beer, also scribbled out. Games, bowling. Let's see how this goes.
We are in the bowling alley. $4 per person per round.
Yeah, right.
Plus $2 for shoes.
Whoa!
Well, you know, I hit one. That's all that matters. Good technique. Oh!
Here we go. It's Sam's time to shine. Are we ready? Alright, here we go.
No!
That wasn't terrible. Oh.
Now that I'm filming, I'm just gonna film you. It's really zoomed in. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna do strategy this time. I'm gonna swing it. Nope. Oh my god. Is there a picture? Oh, look at the ass strike. Bumper bowling available here. Oh.
Savage.
Here it comes. Oh. Do you get an image? You get an image? Whoa!
That was an animation. Here we go. Oh.
A bit of a slip there.
I'm gonna cut it off before it even. I'm sorry, Sam.
He's being
Aw.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's just automatically won at this point. Let's see how. Oh. Oh, nice curve, bud.
Psychic control.
Yeah.
Our hands were caked in a gray substance after bowling.
Bowling is kind of gross.
Now that we're getting into the magic hour, the neon is starting to light up, and wow.
Oh, just the other gas station. It's not right up front.
Another historic gas station. Here it is.
This place is like so much like the amount of history that we've seen today, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's like high density history.
Seriously.
Vintage cars outnumber people in this town.
I took another walk late at night, saw a couple sights, the neon was amazing. I watched the really late westbound train come in, and no one got on or off. It just came in and then left. This shot works because you can see me in the mirror.
Oh, nice.
Our train is currently half an hour late, so we're gonna wake up as if it's on time, but it's very possible that it'll get very late. Yeah, so, okay, good night.
The next day.
It's 8:30 a.m. The train is 3 hours late and counting. we're gonna head out because we'll get non-train breakfast.
Heck yeah, 3 out of 3 meals at the Balanced Rock Eatery because, hey, you know, they haven't let us astray before.
And we got some French toast, both of us this time.
Miles convinced me, I'm getting French toast. This is a big freight car.
Yeah, there's a lot of engines.
They're just kind of on.
Private car.
Whoa!
Or safety car? I don't know what that is. This is going so far down. The accessible part's there. Oh well. We're off.
Yep, we got our seats together again, which is pretty cool.
But we're not at those seats. We came straight to the observation car, which is surprisingly not completely full.
Because we know that's where the big ones are breaking.
Right. What?
It's a surfing term.
Any thoughts on Helper?
Helper was a really cool place to spend 24 hours. Delightful town.
Yeah.
The restaurant we ate at 3 times was really cool.
And all the attractions were really wonderful. There's so much history there. Really strongly recommend, honestly.
Right, if you're looking to plan a quick stop on a cross-country Amtrak trip, you could do worse than
that was honestly like
Utah, yeah.
the optimal least used station stop. I feel like we did not get bored once.
A really good town experience, beautiful scenery, there was a lot of cool neon, everyone we met was very friendly. Helper Utah. Give it a thumbs up.
How do we end the video?
Next diner. Miles and Jackson eating in diners, traveling on buses, trains, and streamliners. Jackson gets eggs, Miles gets French toast. Come and see which eatery they're digging the most. We got our friends joining in for the fun. Keep in mind this is part number 1 on Miles in Transit.
Hey, wanna know the special surprise about Jeff Marshall? I'm gonna be in his next video. That's a surprise.